What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So before I get into this video, I'm gonna let you know that I stole the idea for this video from Josh, the daily MTB rider. I was on YouTube last night and he made a video about how the bike industry has killed the used bike market. So I watched that video, and in the video he's looked on like Pinkbike and Facebook Marketplace at used, slightly used mountain bikes and slightly used bike components just to show how cheap they are being sold for on the used market. We all know the story by now. The bike shops over-ordered bikes during COVID. Those bikes are finally starting to come in and they have too many bikes. So now they're selling those bikes for a steep discount. Well, obviously, if you can go buy a brand new bike from the bike shop, you're not going to go buy a used bike for the same price. So now the used bike prices have gone way down. So the video kind of got me thinking, I wonder what the market looks like for used gravel bikes. So I looked on Pinkbike, I looked on Facebook Marketplace, I looked in the United States, and I also looked kind of in my area. So let's see what I found here. Currently, right now I'm on Pinkbike. The first bike that kind of caught my eye, this is a 2022 Salsa Storm Chaser GRX build. It says down here that this is a like new bike, 200 very gentle miles at most. They are asking $2,750 for this bike. Now remember, that is their asking price, not necessarily what they will take for the bike. When I go to the actual Salsa website, this same exact bike is being sold for $3,549. So that's a pretty good discount. And remember, if you buy a new bike, you're also going to be paying sales tax. Staying with Pinkbike here, the next bike that I found, this is a 2022 Specialized Crux Pro with upgrades. The upgrades on this bike, it says they put on a SRAM Red Axis Explorer group set. It's got a power meter. They are asking $7,250 for this bike. When I go to the Specialized website, this same exact bike without those upgrades, $8,200. So pretty good deal there. So now moving on to Facebook Marketplace. This is a bike in Kearney, Missouri. Kearney is like 45 minutes north of me. This is a Salsa Cutthroat. This bike was listed 4 weeks ago for $4,300, and the price has been reduced to $3,900. So looking at this bike, it looks to be in really good shape. It's also got a dropper post. You can see the dropper lever there. Really nice paint scheme. The MSRP on this bike is $4,700. And when I go to the Salsa website, this is a different color, but the same exact bike for $4,700. So that's a pretty good deal. And on the stock bike, you don't get the dropper post. The one on the Facebook Marketplace here actually has a dropper post installed. So good deal. And remember, that's the asking price, $3,900. This bike has been listed for 4 weeks, so you could probably get it for cheaper than that. Staying with Facebook Marketplace, this is a 2022 Trek Damani SL6 E-Tap. This bike is being sold from Leavenworth, Kansas, so kind of another more localish bike for me. It says the bike has 131 trainer miles and 1 mile outside. Looking at the pictures of the bike, it looks absolutely beautiful. And yeah, like a new bike. You can see there it's got all the batteries that it comes with that are included. And I actually looked on the Trek site on my phone. For some reason, they wouldn't let me do it on my computer. But the Trek site actually shows the new model of this bike, the same build, going for $5,300 as the MSRP. So this bike was listed 5 weeks ago, and it's now being sold for $3,900. You could probably get it cheaper than that. And I do think that the 2023s, I'm not sure on this, but I think there was some changes to the 2023 Damanis, but essentially the same bike. All right, going back to Pinkbike. The next bike on here is a 2022 Allied Able with SRAM Axis and NV components. If you know anything about Allied bikes, they are made in Bentonville, USA. They're kind of a boutique gravel bike, really, really popular in the whole gravel scene. This bike appears to be in great shape. Just looking through some of the photos. It says down here in the description, this is a custom build with approximately 500 miles on it. They are asking $4,900 for this bike, and that's their asking price. Going to the Allied website. The Allied website has this bike listed for $6,415 for a complete bike. And remember, that's before tax. So another pretty sweet deal on a really sought after bike. All right, staying with Pinkbike here. The next bike, this is a 2022 Evil Chamois Hagar with Axis group set in a size XL. It says used a handful of times for cyclocross races. So when I go over to the Evil website, this same exact bike being sold for $5,559 before tax. All right, staying with Pinkbike here. The next bike on the list, this is a 2021 Cannondale Topstone Lefty. This is a carbon bike. It's got the lefty fork. It says is a 2021 model, but purchased at the end of 2022, maintained by a professional mechanic. And judging by the pictures of this bike, I mean, it looks to be in really, really good shape. They're asking $3,000 for this bike. Going to the Cannondale website, the same bike, which what appears to be the same bike, $4,250 before tax. Now, looking at components. So obviously, not only bikes, bike shops ordered a lot of bikes, and now those bikes are starting to come in, but these shops are also being flooded with components that they've ordered. So you can get a really good deal on parts. This is on Pinkbike. This is a 2022 RockShox Rudy Ultimate Explorer Axis. This fork right now, this is like a fork that would go on a gravel bike, a full suspension fork, being sold for $600. When I go to the SRAM RockShox website, the same fork, $843. So as you can see, you can get a really, really good deal on used bikes right now. And I remember when COVID hit and all of these people were buying bikes, and I talked to other people I ride with, and we were like, hey, it's going to be pretty cool when all of these people, they buy these expensive bikes and then they realize they don't like cycling, or they go back to their other hobbies now that COVID is over and these bikes are going to hit the market. Well, I think we're starting to see that happen. So I think that this trend is going to continue. I think we're going to keep seeing more and more bikes hit the used market for cheap prices, not only because those people that bought bikes during COVID and they are now not riding them, they're going to be selling those bikes, but also because if you're an experienced cyclist and you have a nice bike that's, let's say, a few years old, and you go to your local bike shop and they're offering you a brand new bike with a super sweet build for like 35% off, you're probably going to be tempted to upgrade and buy that bike. And then guess what? You've got to sell your really nice bike on the used market. But who knows? I think what's happening in the bike industry is crazy. And really, these prices, these are pretty good deals for basically barely used bikes. But, I feel like pre-COVID, if you bought a new bike, let's say for $3,000, and you rode it for a week and you went to sell it, you probably weren't going to get more than $2,400 or $2,500 for the bike. That's just the way it works. For example, when you buy a brand new car and you drive it off the lot, just by driving that new vehicle off the lot, it lost a lot of its value. And that's the same thing for bikes. But some of these prices are pretty crazy, considering during COVID, used bikes were extremely hard to get and they were selling for incredibly high prices. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you think the future holds. I appreciate you guys checking out that video. Remember, hit that subscribe button, like, share, all that good stuff. And until next time, keep crushing it.